Torah to Moshe and to the Jewish people, he's put in this stuff. That's 3,300 years ago, folks. Okay, so we know God is God. He's infinite. Certainly he can know what's going on. But he doesn't just know what's going on. He controls what's going on. Why would he be telling us, even if we're bothered to look for it, about some stupid dictator crazy in Korea 3,300 years later? Obviously to tell us warnings kind of thing. This next one may be a warning. I looked up this morning, and I happened to see on AOL, and you have the AOL report, so let's read it, a little bit of it. 2,000-foot asteroid set to fly by scarily close to Earth. Now, it doesn't mean hit. I'm not going for hit. Hopefully it won't hit. I didn't look up people dead or any of that stuff, but it's a meteor-type thing, asteroid meteor type, and it's pretty big, and it was predicted, well, let's read it. So, come to close proximity on April 19th. That's what today is. I believe it is. Am I right? This is April 19th, right? It is today. So that's today. So it turns out to be today. The most important thing for us is this week. When you see the codes and stuff, it's this week. I have codes on this. I wouldn't bring it if it was just for a report. NASA has been monitoring the asteroid known as 2014 J025 since it was discovered in May of 2014. They discovered an asteroid swimming around way out there near Mars or whatever it was. There's an asteroid belt, and sometimes these asteroids get kicked by something else, a comet or something, and they get out of alignment and they start coming towards Earth or whatever. Usually, before that, Saturn is called the big garbage bag of the universe for us because it's such a big planet. It's the biggest planet. It's not the sun, but it's a planet. And asteroids and meteors are always bombarding Saturn. So Saturn, if you looked at its surface, well, first of all, it's I think it's pretty gaseous also, but it has pock marks all over the surface. Well, all planets do, even the moon does, because meteors hit it. So Saturn is such a big gravitational field that if any asteroid or meteor, big rocks, come near Saturn, it sucks them. That's not Saturn, I'm sorry, Jupiter. I said it's Saturn. Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest, and it's the garbage thing of the universe, Jupiter, not Saturn. And it gets those things in its gravitational field, and it destroys them. But of course Jupiter also gets hit by them, but they're small in comparison. Jupiter is like so big it's like nothing. So it protects the Earth and other planets from getting hit by these things. Usually. But sometimes there's things further in, like the asteroid belt around near Mars, between Mars and what's the next planet after Mars? I don't remember. Whatever it is. Maybe it's Saturn. But whatever it is, there's an asteroid belt there, and sometimes they get kicked out. This is probably one of those. But whatever, and you can read on it. So this is for you, Avraham. Listen up, Avraham, for you. All right? An asteroid is coming close to the Earth today. Hopefully it's not going to hit. And the Torah, 3,000-something years ago, shows that it's going to happen this week. And it happens to be today, our class, that it's going to happen. Anyway, you can read more about the thing. The next time this one will close this close won't be for another 500 years. So this is a big event today. Hopefully not a bad event. All right, now please look at the Torah page, which is the next one. It's called after the AOL, right there. Yeah, it's on the back for you guys. It's called Meteor This Week. Meteor is coded in our parsha, not one. If I saw one, I'd say whoa, and I've seen it before in other parshas. One time a small skip, and I go crazy. This is a small skip and two other slightly larger skips. 3 times in the same general area. 2 of them are right next to each other, and the year is coded with it. I didn't get a chance to do any other analysis. I certainly didn't look up impact or hitting. Hopefully it won't. So the one on top, I have all the skips, by the way, not on the page. I'll tell you. 56 skip is the one backwards, the first thing you see on the page. The next one's a real easy one. Everybody can see this one. It's a forward code of 12, and then on the back page with the mem on the top is a 59 skip. It adds to 127. The only significance I can think to that is the fact that Saramenu and also Akashwero's number of provinces is 127. There's supposed to be a relationship, whatever it is. It's a prime number. It does not divisible by anything but 1 in itself. So those are the 3 codes we have. Meteor 3 times. It's in the part about kashrus related. These are the animals you can't eat, the birds, the fish, and all those different things. Ones you can and ones you can't. And then I made it really big. Tav, Shin, Ayin, Zion. Not crossing it, but it's right here around that last code there of the 59 skip meteor. So God is telling us you're going to see a meteor, folks. Hopefully not in your backyard. That would be bad.
well, 1.1 million miles, which is 4.6 times the distance.
What do you say? I don't know what you're saying.
No. They give here.
Yeah.
It's going to pass us at a distance of about 1.1 million miles.
Right, that's a long way away. But in astronomical terms, it's nothing.
I know.
And by the way, it's close enough that if it went a little closer, it could actually get into the Earth's gravitational pull. I was talking to Rose about this the other day. What is gravity? I'm not going to go through Galileo and all this stuff. He saw an apple, it hit his head, and that's stuff. But I studied some science. I taught math. So what is gravity? We don't know a lot. Even scientists today don't know a lot. But if I do this, obviously it drops down to the table. And if I have something light, I'll take off a piece of paper. I'll take off the Korean missile because I don't care anyway. All right. And if I do these things, now this and this shouldn't affect the weight, and it doesn't. The weight of this object doesn't matter. But this thing is such a shape that air resistance will buoy it up. I taught this in differential equations. I taught it with the actual equation. There's a differential equation, very hard calculus stuff for this. At any rate, that drops and that drops. I'll try to drop at the same time. And of course, this gets down there later. What's the reason? It should get down at the same time. If I balled this up, maybe I should. I mean, I don't care if it's got 3 on there. So I'm going to do this. I have plenty of this at home anyway. Well, what if I drop it one way? Yeah, I did. I dropped them straight down, but watch this.
No, you dropped it this way. If you drop it... So
no, it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm talking about dropping it. You're right, angles might matter, but I'm trying to drop it directly the same. They should drop the same, and this is the proof. At the same time, weight doesn't matter. What matters is not the fact that the paper is light. A feather and what do you call it, 1,000 pounds of bricks is still, but a feather will not drop the same only because of its shape and what it's made of, and it will float. Because the air resistance, that's the only reason. Ask your husband, physics 101. So therefore, that's the reason this stuff does that. But the point being, an object has gravity. Even the table has gravity. If you could look at a little microscopic thing, I've never done this experiment, but I know it's true. If you look microscopically at this table, and I had a little piece of very light thing, like dandruff, something very small, and I started to drop it near the table, of course it's going to fall, and air resistance will buoy it up. When it gets closer to the table, it will come closer and speed up because of the gravitational pull of the table. It's very slight because the table is small. It's not the Earth or the Sun or something gigantic. But why does it really do it? Einstein explained it as curved space. Space itself seems empty, but really it gets curved by the curvature of the surface of the big gigantic object that you've got. So even though there's a law, the law is, if I remember correctly, times mass 1 times mass 2 over the radius squared between the two objects. That's the Newton's law of gravity. It's Newton's law there, but it's Galileo who was the original thing of the apple. Are you with me, Rose? Okay. At any rate, but all objects attract, but the big bodies, they curve space more because they're gigantic, and that's the reason for gravity. At any rate, the thing gets close enough. 1,000,000 miles is not that far. In astronomical terms, it's nothing. So therefore, if it was closer than that, a lot closer, it would actually fall to the Earth, because the Earth would track it in. And this is what happens when you shoot things up in space. They fall back down to Earth. There's garbage that comes down to Earth all the time by us. Okay? That's my quick explanation to you. So even though it's 1,000,000 miles. At any rate, we're going to see a meteor today as coded in the Torah. Isn't that amazing? All right, let's